You close the bathroom door, and within seconds, you hear it. That soft, persistent scratching, those little whimpers, maybe even the shadow of two paws visible under the door gap. Most owners laugh it off as their dog being clingy or dramatic. But what if I told you that behavior is one of the most psychologically loaded things your dog does all day, and almost every owner completely misreads it? By the time we get to number one, your entire understanding of your relationship with your dog is going to shift in a way you did not expect. This topic matters more than most people realize because the bathroom following behavior sits at the intersection of attachment science, survival instinct, and emotional bonding in ways that are genuinely profound. Most owners either dismiss it as cute or worry it means their dog is spoiled. Both of those interpretations miss the point entirely. The real reasons your dog follows you to the bathroom are rooted in neuroscience, pack biology, and a form of emotional communication that your dog has no other way to express. What we are about to unpack goes much deeper than you think. Number seven is the scent sanctuary. Most owners assume their dog follows them to the bathroom simply out of curiosity, or because dogs are naturally nosy creatures who want to be involved in everything. That is a surface level read. The bathroom is actually one of the most scent-rich environments in your entire home. And from your dog's neurological perspective, it is essentially a library of information about you. Your dog's olfactory system is between 10,000 and 100,000 times more sensitive than yours. When you are in the bathroom, you are producing concentrated biological scents that tell your dog an enormous amount about your physical and emotional state. Your stress hormones, your health markers, even subtle changes in your body chemistry are all readable to your dog in that space. Following you, there is not nosiness. It is your dog actively trying to read the most detailed version of you that exists anywhere in the house. The clue to look for is your dog sniffing the air intently or pressing their nose to the door gap rather than just pawing or whining. That focused, deliberate, scent-gathering posture tells you this is an information-seeking behavior, not just separation distress. The practical solution is to occasionally let your dog enter the bathroom with you and simply observe. You do not need to engage or make it a big event. Letting them satisfy that scent gathering need in a calm, low drama way actually reduces the urgency they feel around the behavior over time. Number six is the vulnerability alarm. Owners often think their dog follows them to the bathroom because the dog is overly attached or has been accidentally trained to expect attention everywhere. But there is a much older reason happening beneath that. In the wild, the act of elimination is one of the most dangerous moments for any animal because it requires a temporary drop in alertness and mobility. Your dog's ancestral brain still carries that wiring. When you disappear behind a closed door and your dog cannot see you, their nervous system registers a potential threat. You are in a vulnerable position and they cannot protect you. The whining and scratching is not manipulation. It is a genuine protective impulse firing from a part of the brain that predates domestication by thousands of years. The clue to look for is your dog positioning themselves facing the door rather than lying down casually. A dog in guard posture, upright, ears forward, body tense, is running a protection protocol, not throwing a tantrum. The practical solution is to leave the door slightly ajar if you are comfortable doing so. This small adjustment allows your dog to visually confirm your safety without needing to escalate into distress behaviors. You are not rewarding clinginess. You are resolving an ancient biological alarm. Number five is the routine anchor. Many owners believe their dog follows them to the bathroom because the dog has learned that bathroom time often precedes a walk, feeding, or some other exciting event. While that conditioned association is real, it only explains part of the story. Dogs are extraordinarily sensitive to routine as a psychological stabilizer. Your daily sequence of movements is not just a schedule to your dog, it is the architecture of their emotional safety. When you deviate from the expected pattern or disappear from their sensory field unexpectedly, even briefly, it can trigger a low-level anxiety response. Following you to the bathroom is partly your dog trying to stay embedded in the routine map so they do not lose their place in the sequence of the day. The clue to look for is your dog becoming more insistent about following you to the bathroom on days when the normal routine has already been disrupted, such as a late morning, a skipped walk, or unusual activity in the house. The escalation on irregular days is the tell. The practical solution is to build a small, consistent pre-bathroom cue into your routine. Something as simple as saying a specific phrase or giving your dog a particular toy before you go creates a predictable anchor point that satisfies their need for sequence without requiring them to physically follow you. Number 4 is the social species signal. Owners frequently interpret bathroom following as proof that their dog is too dependent or has not been properly trained to be alone. What they are actually witnessing is the expression of a deeply social species doing exactly what its biology demands. Dogs are not solitary animals who have learned to tolerate company. They are pack animals whose nervous systems are literally calibrated to the presence of their group. Being separated from a bonded companion, even by a door, even for 3 minutes, registers in the canine brain as a social disruption. The distress is neurologically real. It is not a performance. Research using brain imaging in dogs has shown that the scent and presence of their primary human activates the same reward centers as food. When you disappear, that reward signal cuts off abruptly. The clue to look for is your dog showing visible relief the moment the door opens. Not excitement, but relief. The drop in tension, the exhale, the body softening. That is a nervous system returning to baseline after a genuine stress response, not a dog celebrating that playtime is back. The practical solution is to practice very short, calm separations throughout the day in low-stakes contexts, not just the bathroom. Teaching your dog that brief disappearances always end in a safe return builds neurological resilience over time and reduces the intensity of the bathroom response. Number 3 is the emotional mirror. A lot of owners assume that if their dog follows them everywhere, including the bathroom, it simply means the dog loves them and wants to be close. That is true, but it's also incomplete. Dogs are emotional mirrors with a biological function. They are wired to track the emotional state of their bonded human with extraordinary precision because in a pack context, the emotional state of the leader determines whether the group is safe or in danger. When you are stressed, tired, unwell, or emotionally off balance, your dog detects that through micro changes in your scent, your posture, your breathing pattern, and your movement. Following you to the bathroom during those times is your dog running an emotional welfare check. They are not being clingy, they are doing their job. The clue to look for is your dog being significantly more persistent about following you to the bathroom on days when you are anxious, unwell, or emotionally depleted. If the behavior intensifies on your hard days, your dog is responding to you, not to a habit. The practical solution is to acknowledge your dog before you go in. A calm, brief, physical connection, just a few seconds of genuine eye contact or a slow stroke down their back communicates that you are okay and reduces the urgency of their monitoring behavior significantly. Number 2 is the separation rehearsal. Most owners never connect bathroom behavior to separation anxiety because the absence is so short. But here is what the neuroscience tells us. The brain does not process duration the way we assume. For a dog, with underlying separation sensitivity, every single disappearance, whether it is 2 minutes or 2 hours, activates the same threat response pathway. The bathroom is not a minor inconvenience to these dogs. It is a rehearsal of the thing they fear most. Each time you close that door, their brain runs the same script it runs when you leave for work. The cortisol spikes, the heart rate elevates, the vocalization begins. The fact that you come back quickly does not always teach them that it is safe. It can actually reinforce the monitoring behavior because the dog learns that escalating the response is what brings you back. The clue to look for is your dog beginning their distress response before you even reach the bathroom, reacting to your routine cues like standing up from the couch or walking toward that hallway. The practical solution is to practice micro departures throughout the day that have no emotional charge attached to them. So the bathroom stop loses its rehearsal power entirely.